So boom, right? You're still saying you're gonna change. You're still saying you're gonna stop smoking. You're still saying you're gonna stop clubbing. You're still saying you're gonna go to the gym. You're still saying this and that and that and this and this and that, right? And then you finally start what you say you're gonna start, right? You go hard for a day or two, maybe 3, 4, maybe a week at a max. But then you get burnt out and then you go right back to doom scrolling. You go right back to waking up late as hell. You go right back to watching the bad stuff. Then you go right back to smoking, drinking, and all that stuff. Right? And you start getting so mad and you start thinking to yourself, oh my God, I'm a failure. I'm never gonna get out of this slump. But here's the thing. The reason why you keep falling back to those bad habits is because your older self got comfortable. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard for people to start something new that they're not comfortable with, right? Humans, we're so accustomed to going towards things that make us comfortable. But in order to be successful, my friends, you got to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. So boom, right? I've been doing a lot of research on the human mind, and one thing that I learned is that comfortability is so dangerous. And let me tell you why. The reason why comfortability is so dangerous is because when you're comfortable, you don't realize that you're doing the same routines, the same decisions, and the results is the same day by day by day by day routine and day results that go by every single day. And here's the thing. We follow that same routine. We follow those same decisions. We hang with those same friends. We keep going out and smoking. And we don't realize how much time we're wasting with doing the same things that we're comfortable with. Don't y'all see? There's a lot of older people that are like 30, 40, still living with their moms. Doesn't that like show you that they lived a comfortable life? They were comfortable staying at home smoking and living the same exact routine every single day till they were 30 and are still working the 9 to 5 that pays lower than what is enough to be able to get us by with their everyday expenses. Still living with their parents, still complaining about life and barely trying to start. Why? Because of how comfortable they were. And it's dangerous because you fall in the loop. I fell in the loop. I got comfortable going out smoking and doom scrolling without even realizing, oh my God, I'm wasting time. Let me ask y'all a question. Have y'all ever woken up in the morning, right? First thing you do is get on your phone. Mind you, let's say you wake up at 10. You get on your phone because that's where your safe space at, right? That's where you're comfortable. You're comfortable with being on your phone. And you start scrolling 10 minutes or a 1 minute video leads to you watching another 1 minute video, to you watching 10 to 30 of them, to multiple. So 1 minute goes to 15, 15 goes to 30, 30 goes to an hour goes to 3. And by the time you know it, the last time you checked the time, it was 10. Now it's already 4 or 5 o'clock. That's like 7 hours, 6 to 7 hours, right? Don't look at that. But it's like around 6 to 7 hours, right? That you just wasted on absolutely nothing, right? Because you were comfortable with it. And that scenario alone really translates to other decisions that we make as humans. Like going out and partying at night, wasting our time on BS because we're comfortable. Or even at this, you have a friend group that you're with because you've known them for a long time and you feel comfortable with them, right? But you know damn well that they're not good friends, but you're so comfortable with them. You're getting held back from your full potential. Like, look, let me give y'all a personal scenario. So I used to have a lot of friends, right? And I had a couple specific friends that would love to party, that would love to smoke, that would love to drink. They were cool as hell, cool people. And I would have fun being with them. Fun, right? Temporary fun. But here's the thing. My life was just being the same. Wake up, go drink, smoke with them, go home. No money. Next day, next day, next day, next day. One day leads to a week. A week leads to half a month. Half a month leads to 2 months. 2 months leads to 5, and 5 to a year. And I'm just like, yo, where did the time go? You know, and ever since I noticed that, and I was like, you know what? I need to let go of these friends. It's going to be a very uncomfortable decision for me to make. But I really want to improve. And this isn't the life that I want to live. So I'm going to teach my mind to be comfortable with making this uncomfortable decision so I could benefit from myself. And ever since I did, I saw a different side of life, a different side of this world that has so much more value than smoking, drinking, and losing your life into sin. And here's another thing that I learned too. It's like us as humans, whenever we hear the word uncomfortability, we automatically think negative, right? We automatically want to avoid anything that's uncomfortable. But one thing that we don't realize is us avoiding the things that are uncomfortable is like us avoiding our goals and the future life that we really want to live for ourselves. Now hang in there with me. I know I'm losing some of y'all, but peep. All the people that you see on your Instagram, all the successful business owners, all the successful artists and rappers and just everybody, right? You think that they got to where they're at by making comfortable decisions? Hell no. Hell no. If you ask out of all the stories that I've heard on like entrepreneurs and how they got rich, I literally hear about how they went broke before they got rich. How they made a very uncomfortable decision with having to spend money, thousands of their dollars or what they saved to make more money. That's a pretty uncomfortable decision that we would make, right? Like, I don't think if you have $5,000, I don't think anybody would feel comfortable, dropping $4,000 in an investment and feel okay with that. You know what I mean? But a lot of successful people did. You know what I mean? And it's like, it just comes to show if you want to be successful, you really have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. Because once you start altering your mind that you're comfortable with the uncomfortable, then you're never uncomfortable. Like, it's like common sense. Like, some of you are probably like, huh? Like, it's not that hard. You know what I mean? It's so easy. It's the way that I live my everyday life. And my life has been so much better. So much better. Like, leaving old friends behind. Stop making dumb decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my life has improved significantly. And y'all know what it, and I don't even have to explain what it means to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Y'all should know. Y'all should really know. Like, and that's the thing. Like, if you're asking yourself, why hasn't my life changed? It's because you're so comfortable with the life that you're living that you haven't made an effort to change anything. You know what I mean? I hear a lot of stoners that say, man, I need to smoke my blunt. I'm stressed. I feel uncomfortable. That's why. Because your mind made you that way. Tell yourself, I can stop this. I can start a new habit. Even though, like, for example, let's say you just start a new job, right? And like for me, let me use another example. When I used to work at AT&T, I had started with a group of 3 people, right? And mind you, at AT&T, this ain't no, like, go clock in, clock out, easy job, don't talk to anybody. No, I used to have to deal with people who would tell me F you in my face, and I would still sell them $1,000 worth of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But here's the reason why. Because I was comfortable with the uncomfortable. You step on a field and you're trying to sell something to somebody that you know that they don't want to have nothing to do with, right? And you're nervous because you're making up all these hypothetical situations in your head, self-sabotaging yourself. But then you tell yourself, you know what? Let me get comfortable with this. Because at the end of the day, all of this is my first day of work. I'm still going to be working here. I'm going to be here tomorrow. I'm going to be here the next day. I'm going to be here the day after that. And I'm going to be here weeks after this. So why am I going to spend so much time trying to get comfortable when I could just tell my mind right now to be comfortable with the uncomfortable so I could be successful quicker. And I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, this has nothing to do with AT&T. Tell yourself in your mind, the faster I get comfortable with the uncomfortable, the faster success will come my way. The faster that I'm able to get comfortable with quitting certain different habits and different addictions that I have, the faster I'll change, and the better results that I'll have, and the better outcome of my life that will happen, that I'll make. But you have to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. I don't know how many times I said this in this video. I don't know, but I'm just trying to jab it in your head because it's true. None of these people who are successful made comfortable decisions. Nobody. And here's the thing. If you keep on waiting till you're comfortable to make a decision, take your shoes off, kick your feet up, because you're going to be waiting a very long time. Okay? Because us as humans, we're never satisfied. And we're never content with what we have. And we're always going to keep waiting for more. It's kind of like when I say for people that are waiting for the right time to start something new, the perfect time to start is right now. People that are waiting to tell themselves, I'm going to wait till I'm comfortable. I think the best time to start getting comfortable with the uncomfortable is right now. The better outcomes you'll have. Really. Like, genuinely. And then your life will change. It will. The biggest thing with the word uncomfortability, it's just doing the things that you don't want to do. The things that will benefit you, of course. Not like if you don't want to go to the club, don't go because I'm telling you to do the things you don't want to do. No. Like a decision that will benefit you. If you're nervous over something, if you're nervous about making a decision that may have risks, it's okay. Take the risk. If it's worth taking, of course. You know what I mean? It's like, for example, I get really nervous when I see myself on camera. You know what I mean? And I would get uncomfortable in myself, looking at myself, or just uncomfortable speaking, you know, because I don't have the best speech. You know, sometimes I don't get my point off right the way I want to get it. But the more that I try to wait for the perfect time to get comfortable to be able to talk in front of a camera, the longer I'm going to take to be able to get to where I want to get to. The more time I'm going to waste. So why not just start making these videos? Start practicing every single video. Get at least 1% better every single day so I could get comfortable with myself. And that's just with anything you do. If you want to start doing nails, if you want to start cutting hair, but you lack the confidence because you don't feel comfortable, screw that. Get comfortable. Because it's you versus the world. Genuinely, it is. It's you versus the world, so start getting comfortable. Confidence too. Have that confidence. Once you start building up that confidence, life gets better. Life gets so much better. More opportunities, you start attracting a lot more. And I'm not talking about, women or men. I'm talking about opportunities. And not just opportunities like, somebody hitting me up to give me $100,000. No, not just like that, but like for a server, like with confidence and being comfortable with the uncomfortable, right? Like people see that, people read that, and people want to show you their appreciation with giving you like a $20 to $50 tip. You know what I mean? Like there's so many pros with finally putting your pride to the side to be comfortable with the things that you don't want to be comfortable with. Just trust me on that, guys. Just watch how your life changes. You know what I mean? But with that being said, I just want to say one thing. And one thing that I say in all my videos. Let me get ready. When life throws you lemons, you make what? No, you don't make lemonade. Tone, what do you mean? What do you make? You could only make lemonade with lemons. No, bro. You make Kool-Aid. Tone, what does that mean? Let me tell you. So when life throws you problems, right? Your lemons. This world expects for you to retaliate in a way that everybody else would. And react in a way that everybody else would. And live a certain lifestyle that everybody else would. Live in comfortability like everybody else would. But you got to completely change the circumstances around you. And be Kool-Aid. When life throws you lemons, you don't make lemonade. You completely change the circumstances around you and make Kool-Aid. Be Kool-Aid. Be Kool-Aid, my boy. But with that being said, I hope that as these videos progress, I could really help people change. I could really help people kill their demons, face their demons, defeat their demons, and to really let go of the things that are keeping them shackled and held behind from fully morphing into their true form, into their full successful form. And that's my goal, especially for those who feel lost, who feel like they don't have a friend group or a community to fit in. This is a community. We don't judge here. This is a community where we're helping everybody. Everybody wants to see each other win. I want to see y'all win. Okay? That's what this community is for. So for those who may feel lost, have questions on how to improve or do better, reach out to me. I got my Instagram on my bio. Y'all could comment on the video. I'll reply to everybody. If you want help, reach out to me. And I'll be more than honored to be able to help y'all. But with that being said, my name is Tone. Y'all could call me Tone Said It, Tone Made It, Tone Don't Shut Up, Tone Preached It, Tone Yaps, whatever y'all want to call me, all right? I hope you have an amazing day today. I love you. God loves you more. And Jesus Christ himself loves you the most. With that being said, though, my name's Tone, and I'm out of here. Skate!